Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like it o'clock, and I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom from my bathroom because I have a lot of people living in my house. I had a little addiction problem through that aside, had to downsize, and can't find too much privacy. But you know what? Amazing thing is, I was just not going to do these videos anymore because I go, it's all humbug. I have no place to do it. Screw it, whatever. And then something in me said, you know what? You have fun doing it. Just freaking do it. Who cares what people think? Who cares what people think? What a great way to go through life. Now, by who cares what people think, I don't mean I don't care about people. I do. But if I'm going to be me and love people the way I do, then and know that in my heart that I'm doing that and enjoying my life, then anyone outside of that, I can't care what they think, even though I care about them. See what I mean? It's called, if they're not in the ring, don't listen to the noise. That's what I've learned about that. And anyways, I don't know why I'm telling you this shit. We're talking about hockey here. Yeah, all right. Anyways, that's why I'm in the bathroom. And you're going to help me. You're going to help me. We're going to hit the subscribe and the bell, and we're going to send pearls all over the place. We're going to mail them to people. We're going to go up in planes and throw them out of parachutes. And we're going to drive all over your town throwing pearls out the window. Just pearls of wisdom. Here you go. Here you go. Bringing a new environment to the land. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Tons of frolic. Let's look at our games yesterday, shall we? Okay, we nailed the Sens, the Islanders, and the Stars game. The Sens, I think I had as an over. Can somebody help me? It was at 6. I don't actually bet. That's another thing. I don't really pay attention to the lines and so on and so forth like that. All that much. You think, oh, how can you tell me what to bet if you don't know what the lines are? Because you know. I know if it's going to be a high score or a low score or pretty accurate and who's going to win. Isn't that really all you need to know? Yeah, I think so. Anyways, especially the Islanders and Stars, we did the under for both and they both came in. The Caps, I went a little feely with the Flyers. I don't know. I like Carter Hart so much, and wasn't really sure about the game because the Caps are on fire. But I love Carter Hart so much. Sometimes you just do things out of I like that guy, so I'm gonna bet it. Probably not the best thing to do, but I didn't bet it anyways. And I think I told you not to bet it. And that's the other thing about our wrongs yesterday. Hawks versus Vegas, I messed that one up because I said that Vegas would win if Fleury was in and it would be an under, and it was nothing. I was wrong. And that was our misses for yesterday. So not too shabby. 3 for 5, and the ones that we really wanted to bet, we bet. So let's look at today, shall we? Let's look at it. Canes versus the Sabres. I'm not touching this game. I have a feeling the Canes are going to come in and win 4-3, but Tampa, I think, the Sabres learned a lesson in Sweden, I believe, and they came together. They're growing together as a team. There's a talk out there that they're looking to trade for a forward, and that would be a good idea. Their mid 3-4 could use some offense, and they have guys like Scandella that are sitting there not getting much work right now that are serviceable defensemen. You might be able to pull something out there. So I hope they do. I really do. I don't know what it is about the Sabres. I think it's the fans. I like them. I like them a lot. Do you know that Buffalo, for any sport whatsoever, has the highest rating of watching sports in North America? Really? They really, really do. They have the Bills and the Sabres, yet they have high ratings. Sometimes they have higher ratings for games than the city that the game is in. Pretty neat, eh? Okay, I'm going to get going here. Rangers and Lightning. The Lightning are patiently gelling. And I think that, again, the same thing. They went out Sweden, they gelled together. I think you're going to start seeing a lot of winning out of the Lightning in the next little while. The Rangers are rapidly maturing, but it's still a maturing process. And in this case, I'm taking the Lightning 3-2, although both goaltenders are great. So I'm taking the under on it. I think that's an under. Jets versus the Panthers. Jets are mending relationships with ownership and management, and there's a lot going on there. And Paul Maurice has been doing a hell of a job, but it's starting to fall apart a bit. Not to mention their defense without Bufflin and all the shit that's going on with that. It's starting to affect the team, I think. And the Panthers are just on fire. I think the Panthers are going to be, again, right there with the Lightning as far as wins and losses for the rest of the year. I think they're going to be fantastic. I picked them to make the playoffs, and I believe they will. The Wild and Coyotes. How can you? Shit. Hi again. I dropped the phone, and I'm not stopping. The Wild and the Coyotes are. How do you go against the Coyotes? They just beat They just went on a back-to-back and beat Washington and St. Louis. These guys can do just about freaking anything. I actually wouldn't bet this team because, logically speaking, the Coyotes should not be winning any game that they played 3 or 4 nights the way they just did. Or no, I guess it was 3 and 5 or something like that. I could see the Wild. What I'm saying is throw money at the Wild if you want to increase your income, because it's a very possibility that they can win this game. I just can't go against the Coyotes with what they're doing now, so I'm taking the Coyotes 3-2, probably in overtime or something. Avalanche versus the Oilers. The Oilers are learning to rely on each other. The Oilers are learning to encourage each other to be better than what people are telling them that they are. They're doing actually, and that's why you're seeing some. I don't know which Oilers team is coming here. I do know that Koskinen is the better goaltender right now, and I think he's going to be in net against an Avalanche that is right now controlling emotions a lot, not getting too high, not getting too low, fighting through adversity. I don't know who's going to win this game. Honestly, it's a tough one. I'm taking the Oilers 3-2. I'm always wrong about my Oilers, though, so probably don't listen to me. Go listen to Rickett. He probably has a much better play on this than I do. The Rickett's picks. It's the finest. It's one of the finest in the land. I'm the finest. We're both the finest in the land. We can both be the best, right? Yes. In fact, we're all the best. Every one of us. Stars versus the Canucks. The Canucks are trusting their instincts, and I'm spitting on myself. And Stars, they feel like they are feeling like champions now. They're really starting to believe themselves. Wow, can you get more difficult games than these? I have a feeling Bishop's not going to be in net. I'm going with the Canucks. I'm going to say 3-2. That's it. Sharks versus the Ducks. The Sharks are flying right now. I've been talking about Kane quite a bit. If you watch him play, he's reaching his point now. This guy is becoming a superstar. He's matured. He looks like he's out to kill when he's on the ice. I freaking love him. I've talked about him from when he was young. When they traded him out of Winnipeg, I was like, okay, he's a mature kid or whatever, but this talent is going to fucking fly eventually. I don't swear very often, but in this case, I think it's apropos. So with that in mind, I think the Ducks are in a little bit of disarray right now, trying to find their confidence again, and the Sharks are going to win 4-2. Wings versus the Kings. I didn't talk about the Kovalchuk situation, and I want to. I'm going to here. When that happens, when you have a guy that says, you can practice with us, but we're not using you anymore, there's something. What is going on with this dude? Like, really, is he that much of a pain in the ass? I've heard that he's arrogant. I've heard of all those. And if all those things are true, it's not going to bode well for playing with the kids like that. And maybe this is just they're a coach's final attempt to say, get your head out of your ass and stop thinking that you're so better than the team. And maybe we'll bring you back. But until then, you can practice, but we're not playing you. We're that fucking annoyed with you. That is something else. My gosh. That does not happen very often. And that's the reason why I'm not sure who's going to win between the Kings and the Wings. Because if that tension has been in there with the Kings, now that it's gone, there's a good chance that they can just start playing with a flow that you wouldn't want to believe. So, and the Wings are playing like kids again. They're enjoying themselves. I'm leaning to I'm gonna say the Wings 3-2. They're just too fast for the Kings. The Kings are still a slow team, no matter how you put it. And Quick has been playing better, but he still does. Until he shows consistency, I can't go with him. I'm at 11 minutes here. I gotta let you go. I need naps. And so hit the bell and all that stuff. And let's frolic. Let's frolic. Have a frolicky day. Lots of love to you.